All right, everyone, Supreme Kami over here, and today I want to bring you guys along to more or less like an open discussion that I want to have with you guys in terms of how I feel about 7 star parts currently and just the overall state of the game. I do have right now pull up. So this is gonna be actually our next Gundam Battle Festival banner over here. So we got a ourselves featuring the Raven Gundam, the final battle version, as well as the next attribute that was the enhanced double zeta version Ka. So in terms of this video, what I mainly want to talk to you guys about was like how they have handled 7 star and how I want to say that they just kind of messed up. The way that they have handled the 7 star was probably one of the worst implementation they could have ever done. I'm just simply comparing it back to when they have first dropped the 6 star, when they have first dropped the alteration, as well as when they first dropped the big scale version. I think those three different you can say big features, they definitely handle it, you can say, slightly better than how they dropped the 7 star. Because in terms of 7 star right now, up to this day, we are currently up to 6 week of limited fest unit. So it's either your Gundam Fest, your Sokai, like your New Year banner and your Christmas banner. It has been 6 week already, and on that I'm pretty sure a lot of people have definitely noticed that. So let's actually take a look at over here. So in terms of this over here, so December 8th was like the initial day of like releasing a 7 star part over here. So obviously being the next the next unit over here that is being able to go up to the 7 star, it's definitely, you can say, somewhat of a hype behind that. But I think the most important thing that they were missing at that time is like, why wasn't there any standard part that was able to go up to a 7 star on the spot as well? When they first dropped it, let's say 6 star parts way back in 2020, July of 22nd, the version 3 or the 2.0 update over here. In terms of 6 star unlock, new upgrade system over here, they allow, I believe at the time, every part was able to go up to a just level 90 if you guys do have all these material required. I know that at that time, in terms of getting the specific requirement, I believe it was just the awakening circuits right there. That right there really took a lot of skills in terms of beating the Inferno mission. That was like literally, I believe, the only way you were able to get that. But at least back then you were able to upgrade everything that was in your disposal to 6 stars. So that was like pretty much I would say a good thing, if you will, because like you weren't basically kind of like left behind in a way, like how right here. So basically, if you have the 7 star of the Hakashiki like on the spot right here on the December 8th, you were pretty much invincible in just kind of, you can say, any events. Specifically, I want to target Arena, because Arena is more or less like the only place you will need enormous of power and just kind of like compete for for all those drinking, right? Guess how many top 100 players actually have a lot of 7 star upgraded at that time? Probably a lot. So that's why if you have free to play, like casual player or even free to play player that wants to try to join into arena hype and trying to see if they can secure themselves like a top 100, I'm pretty sure after the 7 star parts have dropped it, that their chance of trying to get into the top 100 is probably slim to none, because how many people actually have 7 star up in the ranks? Probably everyone. Me personally, I do. Like, for my shooting build, I have like at least seven no 5 7 star upgraded. So there's definitely a lot of power creep behind that. So in terms of when they released this right here, it was supposed to be a standard week. So that's why you can kind of forgive them a little bit in terms of like this right here. They dropped a Gundam Battle Festival banner on their usual timeline, so that was pretty much fine. I can give them credit for, I can kind of cut them some slack on it. But guess what, they dropped the following week, literally. So this banner was released on the 2nd or the 12th actually, and then the following week, it's Christmas time actually, right? Yeah, Christmas time. And they actually, was it, I don't think I was losing anything. So yeah, we had this right there, right? Let me see. Yeah, the 14 and then the 20. Yeah, literally. You know what, like when we had the Christmas capsule banner, how they handled it for 2020, actually, this was actually on that Thursday time slot. So they actually dropped a standard banner first, then on the actual 23rd, like what, December 23rd 2020, that was when they decided to drop their Christmas banner. So I kind of like the fact that they handled it that perspective, because like I'm pretty sure not a lot of people want to summon on a new like a Sokai banner just like this, right? I kind of prefer the fact that they giving us just more or less like option just to be able to get some standard part instead. So you know what they did? They just actually dropped this right there and bam, that's it. I don't think they bothered to drop anything else on that Thursday, if I recall. Not anything to my knowledge. I may have forgotten already, but that is like the third week, so I can again cut them some slacks because it's Christmas. They definitely do have to drop something. You can say that is more or less like theme fitting because second V right there. So if you put this as take this is how like I didn't actually think of this myself. I saw people on Reddit, they're like, wait a minute, so second and V, so they put this on as 2, and then this is the Roman numeral letter for 5, so 25 Christmas, right? This actually would have fit the theme, so like I said again, can cut them some slacks. But the following week, guess what they did? Here you go, they're gonna drop another Sokai banner. So this is like your 4th week, so Sokai week is definitely on their usual timeline, so kind of get that. But the following week, which is where we at right now, they dropped this. So yeah, this is pretty much where we're at, and we are at the 6th week, and it's pretty much unacceptable. So where are my standard part? Like, where are some auto unit that are able to get up to a 6 star, like or 7 star? Like where are they at? Like I don't get why they're just consistently pumping out these new units that are able to go up to 7 star. Like I feel like what they're doing, like the fact that they're releasing all these brand new units that are able to go up to a 7 star, they have kind of forgotten one line that they have dropped, in terms of the version 3.2 update. They literally have neglected this until this week actually, which is actually going to be this line right there. It says you will be able to choose to set other word tag from identical part with different attribute. So what was that at for the past 5 weeks? Where have the developer completely forgot about this line until actually this week? Since this week they're dropping the enhanced double Zeta Gundam version Ka, we already do have a P attribute version of it. So this is why this line can finally be kind of like you say activated in UO. So that is definitely something I will definitely test out. But it literally takes them 5 weeks. 5 weeks to be able to fulfill this kind of portion of it. So for the first 5 weeks when they were dropping these 7 star parts, this line right here was gone. They were like, you know what, I'm just gonna forget about this and call it a day. So that's basically what they did. But in terms of how they handle it, the other system, what is it? I don't think it was all right. So alteration, they actually did a pretty decent job of it. So not only did it give standard part a option to go up to alteration at that point in time, they also did drop a brand new banner that was able to go like on the spot, being able to alterate it. That was back then the full armor unicorn as well as the banshee. It's fine for them to drop like a new banner with like alteration that is attached to them, but they did not forget about they didn't forget that their standard part does need to be alterated. So that was a plus for them, because they were able to just kind of balancing out and giving some order parts the alteration as well as bringing in new stuff. But in terms of how they have handled the 7 star parts, this week they didn't do it, this week they didn't do anything, this week certainly did not, and this week nope, this week nope. And I'm pretty sure in terms of the 6th week, they will just continue to neglect just upgrading other older parts to 7 stars. So when would they finally do it? That is definitely going to be an answer that is yet to be answered, obviously, because like to me, like I feel like they want to keep continue to roll out these brand new stuff with 7 star parts. They're more or less like a cash grab at this point in time, because like I don't think they have any intention of to slowing down at this point in time. They just want to consistently pumping out these new unit. What they want to do, what like if I was in their shoes, what I would think is like, oh, let me try to release as much of these new unit and try to push up to like whatever stat that needs to be, consistently, slowly but surely upgrading all those stats to like to the point that when we do actually upgrade to our older 6 star parts to 7 star, they will just be completely overshadowed by just the sheer amount of power creep. I'm pretty sure that is more or less like the direction they're going for, which is like kind of like why why are you guys doing this to our older parts? But even when they, let's say, drop they didn't drop anything new over here actually. Whoops, can I actually put this back? No. All right, so when they actually dropped at the big scale, they did a pretty good job of doing this, because like on the spot, for big scale, they dropped the 5 standard unit that was able to go up to a 7 star on the spot. And these right here, the different attribute of RA72, the Barbados War Farm Exia, they were slowly adding them in as just like a new attribute. They weren't even announcing as a big scale back then, so I'm not even sure why they couldn't do that for the 7 star. Like, why couldn't they just slowly trigger in some new, like different attribute that was able to go up to a 7 star, like how they handled the big scale? So I'm not even sure why. Like, if I want to say, I feel like big scale is probably one of the most generous time period they have handled this right here. So this right here was back in what, February 17. So they didn't actually decide to drop like the actual Sokai, like they literally did not drop like a limited time big scale until Justice, which is probably, I forgot what actual day it is, but I'll actually do I'll look for it when I'm adding it. But they did not actually drop a limited time suit with a big skill until much later down the period, which is like probably a good thing for them. I think everyone know at some point they will drop like a limited time unit that is going to be able to go that will be able to go up to a big skill. But the fact that they waited for a long period of time is definitely something you can commemorate for them for. But the fact that for 7 star they literally did nothing for them. So I just want to know what are you guys' thought in terms of 7 star parts right now, and in terms of like just a consistent inflow of just limited time parts. So right now to this date they have probably forgotten how many standard week actually. So this week was supposed to be a standard. This one was supposed to be a standard, and this one as well. So yeah, so 3 weeks of no standard part. And yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta say for you guys in terms of how I feel about that right now. I feel like they really need to roll out some standard part, or not even standard part in general. They can actually do standard and one limited time suit that can be able to go up to a 6 or 7 star rarity. It's just a matter of time when they will actually do it. So I do hope that eventually they will roll that out. But that is pretty much what I have for you guys over here. So definitely not pleased with having another Sokai week, or a limited time week over here. But yeah, do let me know how you guys feel. And then yeah, with that being said, I'll catch you guys all on the next one.